new kingdom, the cult of the god, would develop in different ways, especially in Memphis, his homeland, but also in Thebes, where the workers of the royal tomb honored him for his quality as patron of craftsmen. It is for this reason that the oratory of Ptah who listens to prayers was built near the site of Deir el Medina, the village where the workers and craftsmen were confined. At Memphis, the role of intercessor with men was particularly visible in the appearance of the enclosure that protected the sanctuary of the god. Large ears were carved in the walls and symbolized his role as God who listens to men. With the 19th dynasty, his cult grew and he became one of the four great gods of the empire of Ramses. He was worshipped as Pi Ramesses, as master of ceremonies and coronations. Now, if that doesn't sound hermetic, then I don't know what does. That's just, that's amazing. I just read this again after a long time, and that really stuck. With the third intermediate period, Ptah returned to the center of the monarchy, where the coronation of the pharaoh was held again in his temple. The Ptolemies continued this tradition, and the high priests of Ptah were then increasingly associated with the royal family, some of who even married princesses of blood, clearly indicating the prominent role they played in the Ptolemaic court. Main places of worship: temple dedicated to location, Ptah P. Ramses, Ptah Memphis, Ptah who listens to prayer in Memphis, Ptah who is south of his wall in Memphis, Ptah Sakar, Abydos, Ptah Sakar, Qam el Hatin in Thebes, Ptah who listens to prayers, Deir al Medina in Thebes, Ptah Karnak in Thebes, Ptah Gurf Hussein in Nubia, Ptah Lord of Truth, Abu Simbel in Nubia. The English name Egypt derives from an ancient Egyptian name for Memphis, Hiku-Ptah, which means home of the soul of Ptah. This entered ancient Greek as Agathos, which entered Latin as Egyptus, which developed into English as Egypt. Pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to do Seker. It's spelled S-E-K-E-R, capital S at the beginning. Seker, also spelled Sokar, S-O-K-R, is a falcon god in the Memphite necropolis. Although the meaning of his name is uncertain, the Egyptians in the pyramid text linked his name to the anguished cry of Osiris to Isis. Sai-K-Rai, hurry to me, in the underworld. Sakor is strongly linked with two other gods, Ptah, the chief god of Memphis, and Osiris, the god of the dead. In later periods, this connection was expressed as the triple god Ptah, Seker, Osiris. Seker was usually depicted as a mummified hawk that sometimes as a hawk and sometimes as mound from which the head of the hawk appears. Here he is called he who is on his sand. Sometimes he is shown in his Henu Barku, which was an elaborate sledge for negotiating the sandy necropolis. One of his titles was Hay of Rastu, which means the place of openings or tomb entrances. In the New Kingdom book of the Underworld, the Amduat, he is shown standing on the back of a serpent between two spread wings as an expression of freedom. This suggests a connection with resurrection or perhaps a satisfactory transit of the underworld. Despite this, the region of the underworld associated with Seker was seen as difficult sandy terrain called the Imhet, Imhet, capital I at the beginning, meaning filled up. Seker possibly through his association with Ptah, also has a connection with craftsmen. In the Book of the Dead, he is said to fashion silver bowls and a silver coffin of Sheshank the second, which is Sheshonq, and then the second. And silver coffin of Sheshank II has been discovered at Tanis, decorated with the iconography of Seker. In the 1956 movie The Ten Commandments, the Pharaoh Ramses II invokes the same deity to bring his deceased firstborn son back to life, while portrayed as wearing dark blue robe with a silver bow. Seker's cult center was in Memphis, where festivals in his honor were held in the 4th month of the Aked spring season. The god was depicted as assisting in various tasks such as digging ditches and canals. From the New Kingdom, a similar festival was held in Thebes. Okay, so that is the Seker, and like I said, this is just to start out with some Egyptian terms, some meanings about the afterlife and their gods and things like that before I start doing my story, which concerns hermetics and mystery schools, because I'm just going to go ahead and get involved in it and start doing it. I was thinking about it, I mean,